looking good, feeling good, smelling good. I'm showered. The balls are powdered. It's going to be a hot one today. The fucking pool is closed, so I can't even refresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these fucking pools closed because there's nobody to work them. The kids went back to college. The pool's usually open till fucking October. It's going to be 90 today, and I got to fucking ride my bicycle like a fucking bumpy. But today's the last day of Mercy's not having fucking school, so at least I got the whole afternoon with her, and then tomorrow, back to fucking school. Hopefully the numbers won't get bad here in Jersey, and she could stay in the whole fucking year with no problems. They got to wear a mask. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather her fucking wear a mask and go to school. I mean, she doesn't want to Zoom either. So she wants to go in there and be the belle of the ball. Let her have a fucking great time. Everything else that's going on, I haven't heard much from the Kate Quigley situation. My heart still goes out to her and the families of the other guys that passed away. I don't know what's going to happen or what's going to be done. I thought I would hear something yesterday after the holiday, but it's still very quiet. And like I said, my heart goes out to her. I could just imagine how she feels. She probably feels embarrassed. I mean, 3 people died around you, you know. I know she answered Red Band back and stuff, so at least I'm just happy that she's okay. I'm happy that she's responsive, and I'm happy that she's still with us. You know, I'm a little concerned about her future and what's going to happen. You know, we never know if the cops are going to show up or who's going to show up. I just hope the situation passes her as quickly as fucking possible. Labor Day was sensational. I had a great time. I went to say goodbye to all my buddies at the fucking pool. It was heartbreaking. Listen, that fucking pool did more for me this summer than anything I did. Yeah, I'm having a great time at therapy with BetterHelp, but my real therapy was that pool this summer. And it was meeting new people and branching fucking out. And I had a great time. I had a great fucking time. You know, I became, like I said, everybody I became friends with is over 60. I'm getting ready to go out to my fucking pasture with these old guys, but they're all great, man. I'm happy that I fucking got to hang with them and talk with them. But the guy that stuck out the most was this kid that's on the spectrum. I befriended him, and he became my friend, and he was a great fucking kid. He's 32 years old. He swims 5 fucking miles a day. He does 100 laps a day, and this is an Olympic-sized fucking pool. You know, the kid's got a lot of heart, and then he walks 3 hours around the fucking place. This is what you do when he's serious about fucking his health, and that motherfucker got no COVID. He's darker than shit from being out in the sun every fucking day, and he would inspire me, man. I would go out there, and I'd go out there with my pussy Joe Diaz shit. The water's too cold, and he's like, "Fuck you, get in here. It's beautiful. It's refreshing. It's supposed to be cold." And he made sense to me, so I would go out there and jump in the water with him. I didn't care how fucking cold it was, and I'd swim because he'd hold my fire to it. You know, he'd hold my feet to the fire. So, but you know. Like I met him like in June, and we started talking little by little. You know, I never bring my stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I when I was out there, I was cool. There was a lot of kids there, so I didn't want to be like a fucking jerk off. But I became friends with him, you know, and I would talk to him. One day he told me he was smoking cigars and that he liked smoking weed and shit. I said, "You like smoking weed? Well, I'll bring you a little something, you know, what the fuck?" And I brought him some fucking laughing gas. I brought him a little butt of laughing gas. And I said, "Roll this up." You know, I didn't bring, rolling papers or whatever. The fucking next day I went there and he latched right on to me. He goes, "What was in that stuff?" "Oh my God, I was high from 4 in the afternoon to 12:30 at night. I just sat there and looked at the TV and it was turned off." You know, all that shit. I was fucking dying. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I gave fucking weed to a kid on the spectrum. And he fucking loves it. Look at him. He was happy as shit. It did him great. So yesterday what I did was I said, fuck it. Let me bring him a go. And I bumped into him at a couple of the rec things and shit. He's just a good guy, man. I needed to meet new people. So that's what I did. I went out and I met new fucking people. So yesterday I went there and I took him, I took like there's 2 old guys that smoke weed. And there's, my friend that smokes weed. So I brought them all a little butt of weed. And I brought the dude on the spectrum, my friend Josh. I brought him a fucking edible, like a 10 milligram Starburst. You know, let me tell you something. He was so fucking happy. He goes to me, when do I do it? I go, tonight. He goes, forget tonight. I'm going to do it right now. And he ate it right there at the pool at 1 o'clock. And he goes, what do I do to get this thing going? I go, why don't you walk around the pool a couple times and that'll get your heart going. He fucking started walking around the pool. I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to him. When I left, he was fucking walking, Jack. He was walking for about 40 minutes, so he must have been fucked up. He pulled an Owen Benjamin on me. That motherfucker was walking from here to fucking New York State and shit. So I loved it. I had a great day over there. And then I went to my friend's house where my wife and daughter were with the kids, and they were throwing a tremendous fucking barbecue. Short ribs, Korean style, with the fucking, oh my God, fucking burgers, hot dogs, shrimp with bacon, fucking chicken wings. These motherfuckers threw down, Jack. I brought him a few fucking edibles, and I went over there and I sat there. I didn't jump in the water. But when I went to his house, this is the weirdest thing. I was sitting there and I had a couple of shrimp with bacon. You know, he wraps around the bacon, around the shrimp, and he puts on the grill nice. And I'm sitting there, and they're talking shit, and I'm just listening to them. And next thing you know, I'm like, I don't fucking feel right, you know. I don't know what the fuck was going on with me. And I felt like puking at first. I'm like, fuck, well, why am I feel like puking for? And all of a sudden, like, I started sweating fucking profusely. And I'm like, fuck, I'm never going to make it inside. It was hot outside. I'm sweating profusely. And I'm like, I got to tell one of these people to go and get my wife and shit. Uncle Joey's going down at this fucking party. And all of a sudden, like, I had my head down, praying to God, please don't let me faint right here. I mean, it wasn't like I was going to fall. I was sitting down. So I was just fucking, you know, it was like somebody shot me in the head and I just fell down like the dude in fucking American Gangster. Remember the dude that shoot himself at the end? Detective Lupo, he shot himself and he just goes down, nobody knows. That's what I thought was going to happen. I was just going to faint. And I'm laying there and I look up at my wife. I look up and there's my wife coming at me. And as soon as she looked at me, she knew. She goes, are you okay? I go, no. And she goes, let's go inside. She fucking carried me. Not carried me. My wife can't carry me. I'm a fat fuck. She just, you know, helped me inside. And when I sat down, I started sweating. Let me tell you where I was sweating from. My fucking elbows and my arms. Like nobody sweats from out here. My wife was like, what the fuck is this? And then a droplet fell off my finger right to the fucking floor. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So I drank some water. She put some... Nah, who knows what the fuck happened, you know? This is my life lately. Welcome to my fucking life.